All right, boys and girls, we're going to start with our warm-up. So first we're going to do some place value review, okay? So when I give you a number, if it has hundreds, you'll tell me how many hundreds, tens, and ones. Or you'll just tell me how many tens, how many ones. And then you'll say the number in expanded form. So if I give you the number 54, 5 tens, 4 ones, 50 plus 4. And then, listen carefully because I might ask you how many more ones to get to the next 10. So if I said 54, how many ones do I need to get to 60? What are you thinking, Joey?
2 tens.
If I have 54, how many more ones do I need to get to the number 60? 6 ones, okay? All right, so you ready? All right, 25.
2 tens, 5 ones, 20 plus 5.
Awesome. If I wanted to get to 30, how many more ones would I need to add? 5, because 25 plus 5 equals 30. 47.
4 tens, 7 ones, 40 plus 7.
Awesome. If I wanted to get from 47 to 50, what would I have to add? 3. Awesome. 47 plus 3 would make 50. 86.
8 tens, 6 ones, 80 plus 6.
What's 10 more than 86?
96.
How did you know that? Joe, how did you know that so quickly? How did you know that 10 more than 86 would be 96?
Because if you use 86 and you put another 10 in, it would equal 96.
Yeah, how many 10s are in 86?
8.
8, and one more 10 would be 9 10s, and 6 ones, 96. Excellent. 112.
110,
2 wood.
Let's try that again. 112.
100, 110, 2 wood.
Expanded form.
100 plus 7 plus 2.
Awesome. Ooh, now I'm going to challenge you. We have 112, and I want to get to 120. How many ones would I need to add to 112? 8, because 12 plus 8 is 20. So 112 plus 8 would be 120. Excellent. 130. 130. Let's try that again. Let me write the number on the board. 130. How many hundreds, tens, and ones?
100, 3 tens, 0 ones.
Expanded form.
100 plus 30 plus 0.
Or could we just say 100 plus 30? Because there's 0 ones. Excellent. 77.
7 tens, 7 ones, 70 plus 7.
How are the numbers different in the number 77? Because there's 2 7s, but how are they different? Grace?
Because there are tens and ones. There's 7 tens and 7 ones.
And how is that different between tens and ones? How are the values or what the numbers are worth different?
Because there's 10 in the tens and ones in the ones place.
So 7 tens is worth what?
Tens.
How many tens is 7 tens worth? What's the value of that? 7 tens. What's the value of the number?
7 tens.
7 tens. What's the value of the number? And so what's the value of 7 tens?
70.
Grace, what's the value of 7 tens?
70.
Good job. What's the value of 7 ones, Anika?
7.
7, okay? Last one. 60.
6 tens, 0 ones.
60 plus 0.
It's just 60 because it's 6 tens. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do say 10. So I'm going to give you ones to add together. And you're going to tell me the sum of those ones, and then how many tens, how many ones. So for example, if I say 6 ones plus 9 ones, that makes 15 ones, and 15 ones is 1 10, 5 ones. So first you tell me the sum, and then how many tens, how many ones. Ready? Okay. 5 ones plus 6 ones.
56.
5 ones plus 6 ones. I'm adding 1, so it's like 5 plus 6.
12.
5 plus 6 is 11. 11 is 1 10.
1.
Excellent. So first you give me the sum, and then how many tens, how many ones? 9 plus 9.
18. 1, 10, 8, 1.
Excellent. 7 plus 3.
10. 1, 10, 0, 1.
Excellent. 6 plus 8.
6.
6 plus 8.
14.
How many tens,
1, 10, 4 ones.
Let's say it again, boys and girls. 6 plus 8.
14. 1, 10, 4 ones.
Excellent. 3 plus 9.
12. 1, 10, 2 ones.
Excellent. 6 plus 6.
12. 1, 10, 2 ones.
12. Excellent. 1 10, 2 ones. Good. 8 plus 4.
12. 1, 10, 2 ones.
Excellent. That's going to help you with what we're doing today if we have to regroup. Okay. And now, our favorite. I'm going to give you 2 addends. If the sum is more than 9, show me what you're going to do. Excellent. If the sum is less than 9, what are you going to do? All right. And this helps us when we're regrouping to know when to regroup. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 plus 4. Excellent. Why did you put your hands on your head?
Because it is 9.
Because it's 9. It's not more than 9. So would you have to regroup if you're adding 5 plus 4?
No.
No. 8 plus 6. Excellent. 9 plus 7.
Keep it up.
6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is what, Daniel?
10.
10. Would you have to regroup if you get 10?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 8 plus 1. How come you did put your hand on your head, Alexis?
Because it's 9.
It's 9. 3 plus 5. 7 plus 7. Ava, why did you put your hands on your head?
Because 7 plus 7 equals 14.
Is that greater than 9?
Yeah.
Excellent. 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9. Grace Mary, 4 plus 9.
13.
So what should you do? Hands on your head. All right. 5 plus 6. 2 plus 9. 8 plus 8. 7 plus 5. Wow, your hands are staying on your heads. 2 plus 4.
That's
6 plus 1. And 7 plus 0. Excellent. All right, boys and girls. Today, I'm going to show you another way to add, okay? So I need somebody to read our focus question for me. Nice and loud. Paige?
How does understanding this value help me to rewrite addition problem?
How does understanding place value, or each place in a number and how much the numbers are worth in that place, help you to rewrite addition problems? What does it mean when you rewrite something? What's another way to say rewrite? What's another way to say rewrite? Grace? If I tell you to rewrite something, what would you have to do?
write it 2 times.
Write it again, right? If you rewrite something, you write it again. So I'm going to show you 2 problems. And I want you to tell me how they're alike. What's alike about these 17 and 42? What's alike about these 2 addition problems? Look at them carefully. Mateo, how are they alike?
Yeah, the same number.
They have the same numbers. Can you give me an example from the problem?
17.
There's a 17 here, and there's a 17 here. How else are they alike? Enza?
There's a 42 over there and a 42 on the bottom.
They both have the number 42. So would you agree that the digits are the same in both problems? How are they different? How are they different? Joe?
Because that one doesn't show the plus next to the 2 numbers.
Which one?
That
This one? So the plus sign is in a different place here, and in this one it's in between the 2 numbers. Excellent. Is there another way that they're different? Daniel?
They're not the same numbers because the 10s make number 14 and the 1s make 72.
The 10s make number 14. You're looking at it this way. Is this the same number though? This number here and this number? Are they the same or are they part of a different number?
They're part of the different numbers.
You're right. They are part of a different number. So they're in a different place. Can anybody add to what Daniel is thinking? How they're different? Robert?
You can add the 1 first, and then you can add the 10s in it.
So here you're thinking you would add the 1s and then the 10s. Are they written differently? Okay. This way, boys and girls, is called the horizontal way. You know when you're at the ocean and you look at the sky and there's like that line where the sky meets the water? That's the horizon. It goes across, okay? So horizontally means that the problem is written across. This is vertical. You know how we have the blinds in the classroom? And if I pull on them, they go up and down? That's vertical, going up and down. So this is another way to write addition problems. And we've seen this way and we've seen this way, right? But normally, boys and girls, when you're solving a problem, like if you're taking a test or if you're trying to think of a number sentence, a lot of the times you see the problem like this. So there are going to be times when you're going to have to rewrite the problem to look like this. Now, why do you think I drew the line going down the middle? Ava?
Because it can help like a certain way.
How can it help you to
Like-
see the line down the middle?
You know how it's like together, it can spread apart.
You mean separate?
Yeah.
What is it separating? You're right, Ava. What is it separating for us?
It's separating in between the numbers.
Which numbers? Can you think about place value and why I would draw this line here? What is it separating?
It's separating the number that was close together to spread it.
Can somebody add to what Ava's thinking? Paige?
It's separating the 10s and 1s.
Yeah, it's separating the 10s and 1s. Is that what you were thinking, Ava? It's separating the 1s and the 10s, okay? I drew this way so you can see it. Do you always have to write it like that? No, but if it helps you, you can do that, okay? So now, I'm going to show you how I would rewrite an addition problem and thinking about place value to help me, okay? Now, if I have 17 and 42, can I even solve this in my head?
Yes.
This one's kind of easy to solve in my head because I'm looking at the ones place. And I know looking at ones, would I have to regroup?
No.
No. So I could even use some of the strategies we learned, like expanded form, and I can break up the number and add 10s and 1s. So I could think to myself, well, 17 has 1 10 and 7 1s. This is really worth 10, and this is really worth 7. And then I've got 42. 42 has a value of 4 tens, 40, plus 2 ones. So then I can say, well, 7 plus 2, 7 ones plus 2 ones, that's 9 ones. And 10 plus 40 is 50, and 50 plus 9 is 59. So that one's kind of easy to do in your head, but they're not always going to be like that. And that's why it's important to know how to rewrite a problem so it can help you solve it, especially if you need to regroup, okay? So are we ready to listen to how I would solve a problem and rewrite? Okay. So let's say I have 26 plus 35, okay? And I need to rewrite it because I'm looking at it and I already know, 6 ones and 5 ones. Am I gonna have to regroup?
Yes.
How do I know that I'm gonna have to regroup? Joey?
Because it's over 9.
My sum in the ones place is over 9, okay? And you know when you're really going to use this, boys and girls? What I'm teaching you today, rewriting and using place value, you're going to use this not only now when we're adding two two-digit numbers, but pretty soon we're going to be adding 3 two-digit numbers together. So it won't just be 2 numbers. You're going to have 3. And then we're going to get into subtraction. And do you think it's going to change how you have to line up the numbers when you subtract?
Yes.
You think it's going to change?
No.
Yes.
No. You'll still have to be able to do this. And then once we get into 3-digit addition and 3-digit subtraction, you're going to use this. And you know when else you're going to use it? You start multiplying. In 3rd grade and in 4th grade and in older grades, when you start multiplying, you're still going to be rewriting problems like this, okay? So now, I'm thinking 26 and 35. There are 6 ones and 5 ones. So I'm going to rewrite, I'm going to make sure I have 10s and 1s. So 26, 2 10s, 6 1s. 35 has 3 10s and 5 1s. I need to make sure that I line up my 3 10s in the 10s place and my 5 1s in the 1s place. Then I write the plus sign next to it. Do you see that? I lined up the 1s and the 10s, kind of like a soldier. Show me how a soldier is. How does soldier be? Nice and what, Joey?
Straight.
Nice and straight. So it's really important to line your numbers up nice and straight. Because if you don't, you can have numbers in the wrong place. And then if you're adding them in the wrong place, Grace Mary, what's going to happen to your answer?
It's going to be wrong.
It's going to be incorrect.
And you know what soldier straight means? Soldier straight really great.
I like that thinking, Grace. So now I draw my line here. This line is kind of like the equal symbol. So 26 plus 35. And I like to use my place value blocks to show it because I like to see what I'm doing and understand what I'm doing if I have to regroup. So first I'm going to have 2 10s and how many 1s? Angela? 2 10s and how many 1s?
6.
6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, I kind of like to make it look like a tens frame. So this way, I can see when I'm making a 10. So now what do I need to put down here? What blocks do I need to put down here? What blocks do I need to put down there? Hunter, what blocks am I going to put over here now? I showed
35.
26. 35. How many 10s do I need to put there?
3 10s.
3 10s. And how many 1s?
5.
Excellent. So 3 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. Excellent. So now I've showed my number, and now I need to add. What place do we always start in? What place do we always start in, Lil?
Ones.
Ones place. Why is it important to start in the ones place? Why is it important to start in the ones place? Who remembers? Paige?
Because if you have to regroup and if you don't regroup when you have to regroup, your answer will be incorrect because there's always a 10 after you regroup.
You need to regroup and make a 10 sometimes, so I need to start with the ones in case I need to regroup. Excellent. So 6 ones plus 5 ones. Well, 6 plus 5 is 11. So here's my, I made a 10. So what do I need to do now with these 10 ones and the number 11? Alexis?
Put another 10 black there.
I need to make that exchange, and I need to trade these 10 ones for 1 10. So 11 is 1 10 and 1 1. So here, I'm going to keep the 1 1, and my other 10 that I regrouped from my 11 is going to go here in the tens place. So 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 10, and 1 1. Thumbs up if you see that. Excellent. Now what do I need to do? I added the ones. Now what do I need to do? Madison? I need to add the tens. So I started off with 2 10s and 3 10s. But I can't forget what? What can't I forget when I'm adding? I had 2 10s and 3 10s. But now what do I also have to add, Robert?
The 10.
The extra 10. So don't forget to add that 10. A lot of times we forget to add the 10. It's very important because if you don't add the 10, your answer is not going to be correct. So I have 1 10 plus 2 10s makes 3 10s, and 3 plus 3 equals 6. So 26 plus 35 equals 61. Okay? Are you guys ready to try one on your own? Okay, so I need you to have your marker ready. I think I'm going to try to do it. I don't know. All right, so on your whiteboards, first I want you to write the horizontal way, okay? 26 plus 8. And then I want you to rewrite it the way that you would thinking about place value and write it vertically going up and down, okay? So think about what you remember with 10s and 1s in each place. And remember, it's very important to line your numbers up soldier straight. You have to make sure that you line up the numbers in each place. Oh, I did it. Boys and girls. How are these two problems different? Daniel, I want you to read like this, going up and down, lining them up. How are they different? Sam, how are these two problems different? Thumbs up if you agree with Sam that the 8 in this one is in the tens place. I want you to look at your boards, and I want you to see if your 8 is in the tens place. And if it is, think to yourself, should it be in the tens place, or should it be somewhere else? So boys and girls, why do I have to have the 8 in the ones place in this problem? Why do I have to have 8 in the ones place? Madison?
Because the 8
Is it tens or ones?
1.
Ones. Boys and girls, I'm not adding 8 tens. Am I doing 26 plus 80? No, I'm doing 26 plus 8. So I need to make sure, and it's okay if you draw the line here, 8 ones. So 26, 2 10s and 6 ones plus 8 ones. So I'd like to see your boards look like this, okay? Yes, excellent. You know the answer? Okay, honey, I'm going to have you share your thinking in a second, okay? Excellent. Excellent. Looks great. Okay, so now with your blocks, I want you to show me on your place value chart 26 and then 8. And I'll do that here. Okay, so now boys and girls, where are we going to start when we're adding? Who can explain where we're going to start when we're adding? Anika? Ones place. What am I adding in the ones place? Alexis, what am I adding in the ones place?
6
Plus 8. 6 ones plus 8 ones. So I'm going to act it out with my block. So I have 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is what, Mateo? 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 is how many tens, how many ones? Sam? 14 is how many tens, how many ones? 1 10 and 4 ones. There's only room for 1 digit here in the ones place. So what do I need to do with these 10 ones? What do I need to do? Hunter, what do I need to do with these 10 ones?
Make another 10.
I need to make a 10. Am I going to keep those 10 ones there?
No.
Nope, I'm going to make that exchange. So I want you to do that now. I want you to take those 10 ones, and I want you to take a 10 and add it to the 10. So 6 plus 8 is 14. I still have 4 ones, and I'm adding a 10 to the tens place, just like I did with my blocks. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 is 1 10 and 4 ones. Tommy, now what am I going to do? Add the tens. What am I adding in the tens? 1 10 and 2 tens, which makes what, Tommy? 3. Boys and girls, do you see how, what if I had done it like this? 26 plus,
Oh. Oh.
that doesn't look right. 26 plus 8 is 106.
No.
Do you see why it's important to line up the numbers in the right place? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to give you another one to try. $29 plus 48. I want you to rewrite it, lining up the tens and the ones on top of each other. So on your board, 29 plus 48, rewrite it, lining up the tens and the ones. Daniel, honey, I love how you're doing it here. Can you rewrite it here first so you see the numbers so you don't have to look at the board right away? Okay, so you have 29 plus 48, lining up the ones and the tens. 29 plus 48, okay? And then you're going to rewrite it going up and down, okay? So rewrite it to make it easier to solve, okay? So how can you rewrite it with tens and ones? Can you do that for me like we just practiced? Okay, do that now. Ava? Good, Joe. And don't forget your plus sign. Now you're going to rewrite it or write it again. I want you to take a look at the person next to you and just make sure that they rewrote it in the correct place. And if they didn't, without giving them the answer, kind of explain to them how they need to correct it if they did not rewrite it correctly. Wow, and I see some of you are already solving and you're not even using your blocks. That means you're using what you know about place value in tens and ones. Now you can go ahead and you can solve it. You can use your blocks to help you, or if you don't need to use them, you don't have to. That's okay. Do what works best for you. So now, Joe, don't forget, what do you need to put underneath? Does your line go here or underneath? Ava, looks great. What do you need to put here, though, sweetheart? Daniel. Perfect. Boys and girls, we really are like soldiers. Nice and soldier straight, lining up the ones and the tens. Don't forget, if you have to do the one. Boys and girls, I'm seeing that we all have the same sum, which is great, but we need to remember to write down that extra 10. So I need someone to go up to the board and rewrite this problem correctly. And as you're doing it, explain what's happening when you're adding. Okay, hands up. So tough. Tommy, can you go up and can you explain nice and loud after you rewrite what you're going to do? 29 plus 48. You're rewriting the problem. Can you use the black marker, Tommy? So we can all see it better? So you copied it the way I had it on the board? What did you do there, Tommy? Can you explain what you did there?
I wrote 29 on the top, and then I wrote 48 on the bottom.
How come the 9 and the 8 are lined up like that? How come you put the 9 there and then the 8 right below it?
Because they're the ones.
They're the ones, and that's the ones place, so it's important to line them up. Then what did you do?
I did 9 plus 8, and I got 17.
9 plus 8 is 17. Boys and girls, 17 is how many tens, how many ones?
1,
Boys and girls, 17 is how many tens, how many ones?
1, 10, 7, 1.
Is there room for both of those digits in the ones place? No. So Tommy, what did you have to do there?
I wrote a 7 here and a 1 up here.
7 ones will stay in the ones place, and that 110, what do you call that when we have to move a 10 over to the tens place? What do you call that? Paige? Regrouping. He regrouped 110 over to the tens place. Then what did you do, Tommy?
4 plus 2 plus 1.
4 plus 2 plus 1, which is? Excellent. Give Tommy a big smile if your sum was 77. Tommy, give them a big smile if they're correct. All right. Nice job. Okay. We're going to do one more practice. I still think we need to work on lining them up and lining up the plus sign. Okay? And remember, if you get really good at this, boys and girls, it's going to make it easier for you when you're adding even more numbers. Because when you have hundreds, you'll still have to line up hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay? All right. So now we're going to do 49 plus 16. So I want you to rewrite this soldier straight on your whiteboard and then solve it. You can choose to use your blocks or you can choose to use other strategies that you've learned. But you need to make sure that your numbers are lined up in the correct place. 49 plus 16. And I want you to take a look at the person next to you and make sure that their numbers are lined up in the correct place.
Madison, you have to line it.
I like how Stephanie is drawing that line there, just so she remembers to separate the 10s and the 1s. That's okay to do if that helps you. And then don't forget your line underneath, okay? You guys talk about your answers with each other. You guys both have different answers. Good, Daniel. So now what are you going to do? First, you're going to add the 1. So 9 plus 6 is what?
15.
What is it? 15. 15 is how many 10s, how many 1s?
1 10 and 5 1.
1 10 and 5 1s. What do you keep here?
The 5.
Awesome. So put your 5 here, and where do you put that 110? Where do you regroup it to? Excellent. And now make sure you know this is not a 14 though, okay? So now what are you adding? 1 plus
4.
which is
1.
5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. Did your thinking change? All right. Boys and girls, I see a big difference. Okay, now I need someone to come up, rewrite the problem, and explain your thinking as you're adding. Oh, wow. Joe, can you come up and explain your thinking nice and loud? First, what are you going to do?
Start with the 1s.
What are you going to write when you're rewriting it? Can you rewrite 49 plus 16 going vertically up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Rewrite it just like you did on your whiteboard. You want to write it over here? I like how Joe put the line down the middle just so he remembers to separate the 10s and the 1s. So what's your first step? First you're going to add what? What did you add first?
The 9 and 6.
Which is what?
5.
9 plus 6.
15.
15. 15 has 110 and 5 1s. What do you call that here that you put the 110 up there? What do you call that?
Regroup.
You regrouped 110 to the 10s place. 1 plus 4 is 5 and 5 plus 1 is 6. Thumbs up if you got 65. Excellent. Are you ready to practice this on your own? Okay, erase your boards. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to practice the problems that I gave you. Okay? leave your place value charts and your whiteboards at your desks as well as your blocks. Whoever sits at your desk to work can use your blocks and your place value chart. So it's very important to leave it there nice and neat. This way someone else can use it if they need to. I want you to first write your name at the top of your paper. You need your pencil. Okay, do we remember which groups we're going to switch to? Okay. So you have green, so you're going to go stand up for the 40 minutes, okay? All right, so when you get to the group, when you sit down, you start working right away. You may talk with the person in your group to explain your thinking. Joe's video, we have to leave these here, so if someone needs to use them, okay? You guys have some challenging problems on the second page. Yep, find an empty desk. Perfect. What's sweetheart? Nope, you keep it at your desk. So if Enzo needs to use it, it's there, okay? So Joe, you can sit right there. Good girl.
32 left.
Make sure you're checking a partner next to you and just make sure that they're on track as well and you're explaining your thinking. You're rewriting the answer, the problem. Okay, so you got the correct sum. That's okay. You can explain. How did you get it so quickly? And look, can you tell me how you got it so quickly just looking at it?
I looked at the ones and I saw 2 and 8, and I knew that one is 10, and there's 3 tens, and that's
How does 3 tens help you?
that
3 tens is worth how much?
I need to recoup berries and put the
30. So did you do
I don't
30
need
plus
to.
10?
I don't need it.
Awesome strategy. Can you show me how you can rewrite it, lining them up? Did you guys hear what Angelo did? He looked at 32 plus 8, and he knew right away it was 40 because he looked at the ones. And he knew that 2 plus 8 equals 10, and then he did 30 plus 10. Yeah. Now rewrite it, lining it up so I can see that you can line it up correctly, okay? Boys and girls, you should be rewriting it when you're solving. It's okay to rewrite it.
32.
That's what I want you to do, so I can see that you're using what you know about place value and lining up the tens and the ones. Okay. I love that you're solving it here. Can you rewrite it on the paper and then use this to solve it instead of the whiteboard? Yeah. Okay, so that way you could show your work on this. Let me see again. That's 2 plus 8. 10. So can you change that too? This is why it's very important to understand our addition task, boys and girls, because you'll use that when you're adding. When you finish that first page, I want you to trade it with a partner at your group when a partner is done. And I want you to look at their answers. And I want them to look at your answers. And I want you to talk about whether or not you got the same answers. And if you didn't, what can you do differently? How can your thinking change? rewrite it like I can rewrite it, and that way it's easier for you to solve it, okay? Grace Mary, sweetie, are you rewriting it? Can you rewrite the problem like I taught you guys? Okay? That way it's easier for you to solve it, okay? Excellent, Stephanie. So what's 32 plus 8? First, 2 plus 8 is what?
2 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
2 plus 8 is, here, let's do 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 32. Can you add these together?
yes.
Will you just move these? What did you make there?
10.
10. Can you keep 10 ones there?
Yes.
You can keep 10 ones here? No. So what do you need to do with these 10 ones?
Take them away.
And what do you trade them for?
110.
110. So how many ones do you have now?
0.
0. So what do you put in the ones place there?
0.
0. And what did you add to the tens place?
4.
What did you add up here? You added 1 more 10, right? So you write the 1 to show 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 10, 0 ones. And now add the 10s. 1 plus 4 is... Oh, sorry, 1 plus 3 is 4. So 32 plus 8 equals 40, okay? Can you do it that way? Can you rewrite the problems for me first and try it that way? Okay, go ahead.
You have to choose a partner. I know that nobody else is finished.
Okay. Hunter, sweetie, you're rewriting them on your board?
Yeah.
Can you rewrite them on the paper so I can see how you rewrote them?
Sure.
Okay. Nice job, Angela. Excellent. Just make sure what you're getting underneath. Yeah. Okay. So this way you can set, because here it looks like you're adding 58 plus 34 plus 92. Okay. When somebody in your group is done, you can talk about your answers, and then you can move on to the next page.
Bernardo said do this page. This page. Finishes on so I have to check yours and you have to check mine. So we have to see if we got the same.
How did you figure that out so quickly?
Yeah, we got the same answer there. I got 41. Yeah, 42.
Why was that one
You
so
got
easy?
43. I got 53. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Whoa. Was there a regrouping involved?
It's 13.
No. The other ones might not be. So something plus 38 equals 72. Well, what plus 8 would make 12?
3.
Okay, so the number that it would be on top.
6 was
You're working so hard.
this is where you want some. I got that one right. 71. Good. 90.
Bless you.
Correct. 90. 92, 95, 95, 92, 82.
So hard about 27 plus 68. Can you rewrite it to solve it? You're doing 58 plus 34? Okay, rewrite it first, and then you can see it. So I'm going to rewrite it here now.
Okay.
58 plus 34, making sure that you're lining up the 10s and the 1s. What do you need to do here? Yes. So now 8 plus 4 is what? 12. Excellent. Why did you put the 1 there?
It's 4 plus 8 is 12.
And 12 has how many 10s, how many 1s? 1 10 and 2 1s. So the 2 1s stay in the 1's place and the 1 10 is regrouped the 10's place. Excellent. So now what do you need to do? Add. Good job. Go ahead.
So, hold on.
Let's check your work. 5 plus 3 is 8. You're absolutely right, Hunter. But don't forget that 1 that you regrouped. So what's your new sum? 92. 92. Good job.
We have to do them all.
What are you guys thinking?
I don't know. 8 plus 8 is...
You boys and girls, I'm going to give you about 3 more minutes to finish up at least the first page, okay? Want to try it out? Okay. 3 1 plus 8 1 is what?
You know, we have to do these two.
11. 11 is how many 10s only 1? 1 10 and 1 1. So what are you going to do here and what are you going to do there? Then you go to you exchange with the partner at your group to talk about your work, okay? As expected. And then, so 3 plus 8 plus 8 is what? 11. 11 is 1 10 and 1 1. What are you going to keep in the 1's place? 1. You regroup that 1 10 over to the 10's place. So regroup that 1 10 up here. You need to make sure you write it or else you're going to forget about it, okay? So I want you to write that 1 10 up here that you regroup. And now add the 10. So 1 plus. So you got the correct sum, just make sure that you write the group there, okay? Try it with this one. Oh, you had it written correctly, so why don't you rewrite it again? You just erased it. So 71 plus 19. Okay, so the exchange with the partner to share your thinking you did, and you did the second page.
Miss Bernardo, Miss Bernardo, is this right?
1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is... 3 plus 1 is...
I'm not ready.
Did you exchange your thinking with them, especially the challenge page? Did you guys compare your answers on the challenge page?
That's not the answer.
Okay, try the second page comparing your thinking with them.
4.
You finished? Okay, check with Ava now and see how you guys did as far as what you got. 4, okay? Make sure you remember to add that. Stephanie, I love how nicely you lined it up. Okay, Joe. Oh, you did it already. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 10 0 1. So you regrouped. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 1 is...
Are you done? I'm tired.
Good job. 27 plus 68. You know what I think it is, Joe? Maybe write a little bit smaller so everything fits there. Okay?
What did I get for number? 31.
Eva, are you checking his?
Yeah.
Is he checking yours?
They're both different answers, though. So you add.
Awesome. I've already yours.
Okay.
All right, boys and girls, give me 5.
I got that.
Okay. As we correct our work. I know some of you might not have finished some of the problems. If you did not finish some of the problems, what I'd like you to do is circle it. So when I collect these, I know that you didn't finish it, but you might have written the answer as we're checking our work. And this way I know what to work on next week, okay? So we're checking the first page and I'm gonna collect it. Nope, not right now, I'm gonna check it, okay? All right, so everyone should be on the first page. And I want you to look at your work, and I want you to put a star next to one that you think you really worked extra hard on, and that you think really shows me that you understand how place value and knowing where the ones and the tens go helps you to add. So I want you to put a number or a star next to the number of the one that you think you really can show me that you understand it. Okay? All right. Number 1, can I just share what Angelo and I talked about? Angelo, can I share what we discussed? Angelo did some great thinking for number 1. It was 32 plus 8. And Angelo had written the answer down already. He wrote the sum down without even showing me how he rewrote it. But then I asked him, how did you get the answer so quickly? And what did you tell me you did, Angelo? What strategy did you use?
I know what 8 and 2.
So he added the ones, and 8 plus 2 is?
10 and I saw 3 in the tens, and then I knew that it would be 40 because
This 3 is worth how much? What's the value of it?
30.
30. So he did 30 plus 10, and he got 40. Did anybody else do something like that? Thumbs up if you tried this strategy. That's something that you could do when you do see a problem. And that might be a little easier to solve. So, number 2, 34 plus 7. What did we get, boys and girls? All together, 34 plus 7.
41.
41. And it should look like this. The 7 ones lined up in the ones place. Number 3, all together, 26 plus 17.
43.
43. Number 4, 43 plus 28.
71.
Number 5, 58 plus 34.
92.
Excellent. Number 6, 71 plus 19.
90.
Number 7, 27 plus 68.
95.
Number 8, 55 plus 37.
92.
Number 9, 46 plus 36.
82.
And number 10, 16 plus 65.
81.
Thumbs up if you can tell me how understanding place value helps you to rewrite a problem. Meaning, you can write the problem that goes this way, writing it going vertically this way. How does place value help you to do it? You can tell me. How does understanding place value help you to rewrite a problem? Paige?
So you know where the tens and ones go.
You know where the tens and the ones go. What happens if you don't line up the tens and the ones correctly? What can happen to your problem? Robert?
You're gonna get the wrong answer.
Yes, because you're not adding correctly. And what happens if you start in the tens place and not in the ones place? What can happen if you start in the tens place and not the ones place? Lily?
Your answer will be wrong
How come?
because if you had to regroup, you would have had it to add another 10, and you would have to add another 10.
Yeah, and you'd have to start all over again, okay? All right, boys and girls, awesome job. I'm going to give you one last thing this is going to be your exit slip. So I can see how you explain your thinking. So there are just two problems here. You're going to solve this on your own, and I'm going to collect these as well. And in the box, you're going to choose one of the two problems that you solved. So there's only two problems. You're going to rewrite them going up and down or vertically, and then solve, and then choose one of the problems and explain how you use place value to solve them. Do you understand that? Okay? All right. So I'm going to give a number of sheets to each group. Make sure you each pass one out. You're doing this independently. Please write your name on it. When you finish with yours, you can just bring it to the back table, okay? After that, we're going to have our spelling.